Hello, welcome to another, I don't know, show-off thing I did last time, and I promised more of them, so here it is. I got a bunch of games that I bought in bulk, and I thought I'd share them all with you, because sharing is caring. And being human is more important than most things, really. First of all, I'm going to start off with, I've started to collect Game Gear games. Now, I never had a Game Gear, ever, and I never wanted to get a Game Gear, despite the Game Gear having exclusives. I just never wanted one. I actually didn't care for portables for a long ass time, but I do now. I like them. I like them a lot. So when I heard that Hyperkin are creating a Game Gear adapter for their console, so you can play Game Gear games on the big screen, which is the first time ever, by the way. Sega never did anything like that. I thought to myself, shit, I better start collecting them then. And so I've got two right here. First one, Devilish. Devilish. There is a 16-bit version of this, but I compared the two, and I like this version a lot better. And yes, this is how big the cartridges are for the Game Gear. Very slim. Got this little ridge at the top. Good for grabbing and yanking it out the console like... You get the whole point. And it's a breakout clone with like spooky things on it. I mean, even the start of the game, the title screen laughs at you when you click start. And yeah, I just thought the 8-bit version looks a lot better. I don't know, it's personal. It's a personal thing. Honestly, I've got nothing against the 16-bit version. I just like how the 8-bit version looks, and the 8-bit version only comes on Game Gear. So, you know, it was just how things went. Also, some people will be aware of this, but I got it anyway because it's a piece of history. Despite people saying it's a good game and a bad game. Coca Cola Kid. Now then, Coca Cola wasn't doing very well in Japan during the mid-90s, and so they developed a mascot in Japan called Coca Cola Kid, and they decided to give him his own game on the Game Gear, and it came with this special edition red Game Gear with Coca Cola written on the front of it, and yeah, it looks really snazzy, but they did sell the game separately eventually, and so I just bought it because it's Coca Cola Kid. It's so strange. It's just a simple platformer, that's all, with a few mechanics and all that. So yeah, that's a couple of Game Gear games I've got, and I will be buying more because holy shit, Game Gear, awesome. It's been, people have been telling me the Game Gear is awesome for a long time. Didn't listen. I thought it was just a cheap, crappy knockoff of a portable Master System. It turns out it's a lot more than that. So yes, I am wrong. I am eating my pride right now, and I will buy more. The collection will grow, starting with 2. Okay, Master System. I've got 1 for this. I've been looking for this game for a long time. It's not because it's rare. It's just, I don't actually know, is it rare? Because I've not found it. It's not dear. Anyway, it's Prince of Persia for the Master System. And yes, Prince of Persia is a really old franchise, by the way. You're thinking of your whole Sands of Time thing that came out on PlayStation 2. But no! Prince of Persia is bloody old, my friend. It is a classic franchise. When did this get released, by the way? I know for a fact that this was released in '92, but it was released way earlier. It was on like the stuff like the Spectrum and the Commodore. So we're talking mid-80s, late 80s. So yeah, Prince of Persia, and it's on the same level of gameplay as Flashback and Abe's Odyssey, if you know what I mean. That style of platformer meets puzzle. And it's a very neat game, and again, I don't know what it is about companies that do this style, but they do it right every fucking time. The Master System is an 8-bit console, but the animation for how this game is done is beautiful. It's absolutely incredible. Super impressed. So I had to get it. I had to be part of my collection because holy crap, it deserves it. It deserves to be played. It deserves to be remembered. And I do like my do like my puzzle games, and I did like Abe's Odyssey and Flashback. So holy shit, I'm gonna like this game. So yes, Prince of Persia. Just moving stuff around if you heard rustling. Okay, next game. Moving on up generation. eSWAT. eSWAT. This is a good game. This game commands a high price, but I managed to find it in a local shop for a tenner. Missing the book, but I don't mind because the game still works, and holy crap, it's good. I don't know how to explain. It's its own game, but I'll try to explain it. You are a cop going under a mission, and it's in the... Is it in the distant future? Let me read the thing. It doesn't claim to be, but I assume because everything's mech and the weapons are advanced and stuff like that. You're in the future and you're doing some sort of mission, and you slowly go through and you get this mech suit and you do a lot more powers, and it's all like it's a fun shoot 'em up game. It's a really fun shoot 'em up game, and it's very challenging as well. It's a lot harder than it looks. I'm not sure if that's because I'm used to fast-paced games. I'm not really very good at slow-paced stuff like Castlevania and eSWAT, for example. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend this. It's very fun, and the music's great. The graphics are great. It's one of the... I'd say it's up there with one of the great Mega Drive games to own. Especially if you're into the whole, I don't know, RoboCop kind of theme. Because this is that's definitely where this game takes its inspiration from. It has to be. And holy crap, it pulls it off very well. Alright, next. I never knew about this game series. Get the light off that. Yeah. Galaxy Force 2! Now then. Galaxy Force, I didn't know existed at all. At all. I only found out that it was a Sega franchise when it got released on the 3DS as a 3D classic. And I loved it, so I thought, holy shit, this is cool. So I did more research on it, and then I found out there were console ports of it. So, amazing. So I'm going to start getting them, and I saw Galaxy Force 2 in the shop for a good price. Whole collection, book and everything. And yeah, so I'll be getting the first one soon for the Master System, and it's a fun arcade rail shooter. You're in a spaceship, you're flying through space. Think of it as Star Fox, but, you know, this came before Star Fox. It's in the same style, though. You're just flying through space, trying to avoid getting shot, and you're shooting stuff up. It's simple fun. That's what it is. It's simple fun. And, yeah. So, yeah, definitely gonna enjoy that later. I haven't played it yet, but I'm glad it's in my collection. Now then, this I'm excited for, because this is in such good condition. The book and everything are in such good condition. I got it for such a good price. The sequel to Echo the Dolphin, Echo, the Tides of Time. Now then, I held off buying this because I didn't feel like I should buy a sequel to a franchise that I really love until I've beat the first game, and I finally fucking did it. I finally beat the first game after all this bloody time, and holy shit, Echo the Dolphins is a tough game. It is a really tough game. If you don't know what you're doing, and I didn't. Holy crap, it took me years to beat that game. No cheats, by the way, no cheats, none of that invincible dolphin crap, and none of that password that skips you right to the end. No, I did it legitly, baby. So I thought, wow, you know what? Let's get the sequel. Is it any better? And yeah, it is. It's one-upped itself. It's amazing. And I'm really enjoying this. It's just as tough as the last one. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting through this. And I really like how the creator of Echo the Dolphin, for some reason, the sequel, there's a tiny signature. You won't be able to pick it up on the camera. You just won't. So hopefully I can find like a screenshot of it. Next to the jellyfish looking thing, it says Boris, copyright 94. I assume Boris was the creator of this game, or some sort of a nickname that they were given. So it's, yeah, I'm proud to have this gem in my collection, absolutely, and the fact that this particular copy is in such good condition, I'm extremely proud of that too. I will look after this for time to come. It's like a time capsule. Okay, last piece. I actually own this game already, but I owned it on digital, and as nice as that is, because digital price, it was like $2.50 on sale. So I thought, holy shit, yes! So I played it and I was like, you know what? This is cool and all, but it'd be cool if I got the physical copy. So I got House of the Dead Overkill extended cut. And House of the Dead Overkill is the first House of the Dead game that was given a quote-unquote AAA quality. Because House of the Dead 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 2 spin-off sequels that were on the Dreamcast, well, one of them wasn't, but whatever. They were all built with quality, yes, but those games weren't given much attention. The team that looked after those games were very small. But their attention to detail was great. And a couple of documentaries of how they cut corners and stuff like that, so you could tell their budget was thin. But after the great sales of 3 and 4 on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 and plus the Wii as well, I'm not sure if it was anything else, Sega decided that, you know what, we should fucking expand this franchise. So they created a fully fledged game on House of the Dead, and I love it. Created by Headstrong Games, so you know the AM2 have got nothing to do with this. It's a completely different team, and it's great. It's like they grabbed a B movie and just fun in one package. I absolutely love this game, I do. It gets a bit thin after a while, like the voice acting's like funny at first, but near the end it's like, like you've got a funny friend who thinks he's funny, and he keeps making jokes over and over and over again, and he thinks he'll get the same rise out of it, but he doesn't quite get it, he doesn't know when to shut up, and you're sitting there like, yeah, good. So then, what did you do yesterday? And then he tells it again. That's what this game's like near the end. But yeah, absolutely proud to own this game, and I'm glad I finally have a physical copy. Finally have a physical copy, because if my hard drive ever dies, I'm never going to get that back again, because the PSN for PS3 will be closing down eventually, one day. And when it does, I'm fucked. So, physical copy all the way, baby. That's what you gotta remember. It's nice to have a digital copy, but if your hard drive breaks and the shop you got it from is shut down, it's gone forever. Get a physical copy. That won't leave you, unless you look after it. Look after yourself too. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been a long one, but I do buy in bulk now, so each one will be over 10 minutes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.